During the inspection, we found mold in this bathroom. It looks fine at first glance, but the mold is here. And if your bathroom looks the same, there's a good chance you also have mold. Here's where to check. First, around the toilet or underneath it. Second, around the old vanity, and inside it, behind the clutter. If you don't have a one-piece tub surround, or you have tile, mold usually shows up along the joint between the tub and the surround, or between the tub and the tile. Check the caulking. Another common place is under the baseboards, on the drywall, or even behind it. I've got the suit and gloves on. To protect my airways, for inspection I can use a simple mask, but for real mold work I switch to a full face mask. Today I'm starting by installing a zip wall at the door to keep spores and mycotoxins from spreading through the house. And after I start working inside the containment, I'm not leaving it in this suit. Once I'm inside, I stay inside. For the containment, I'm using 6mm plastic sheeting and double-sided tape. For extra strength, I secure all edges with red tape. That keeps the barrier tight and prevents any leaks. Now I can start working inside. Inside the containment, I already have an air scrubber. With it, I'll create negative pressure and exhaust the air outdoors. That way, any spores or mycotoxins stay inside the containment. All towels, robes, and shower curtains get removed and packed into a bag. They must be washed, no exceptions. Everything else in the bathroom gets wiped down with a specialized cleaning solution. Then I place all items into a sealed box. Only after that, I can take them out of the containment. And now, I start working with the mold. It's right here under the baseboard. Everything looks normal on the surface, but mold is living behind it. I remove the baseboard and put it straight into a trash bag. Next, I want to cut a small section of drywall to make sure everything behind it is okay. I'm using a multi-tool, and this scraper works perfectly for these cuts. The drywall looks fine, but the floor has linoleum. I want to check under it. I make a simple cut with my knife, lift the linoleum, and there's mold. This happens a lot. I also removed the other baseboards. They look bad, but the walls are okay. Then, I cut a bit of the subfloor, and that part is not good. You can even smell it. To be sure, I cut out a larger section of the subfloor. Now I apply a bit of the specialized solution and use this small brush to treat the area. For complete confidence, I remove more drywall. Everything behind it is clean. I also checked one more piece of the subfloor. Good. Now I vacuum everything. I need to collect all this debris. It's looking a little better now, but I'm not sure about this metal plate, so I want to remove it. It doesn't look like mold, but to be safe, I'll treat it with the solution and brush it again. There is some good news. The other side of the bathroom is clean. We removed the baseboard and a bit of linoleum there, and there's no visible mold, and the side we were working on is already in good shape. I applied a protective coating, and once it dries, it will look even better. Now it's time for the fogger. I create a fine mist that binds the mycotoxins, and the air scrubber captures everything in its filter. At this stage, we don't need negative pressure. After that, I wipe absolutely every surface. I always start from the ceiling because any dust or residue that falls needs to be captured on the next passes. Then I go down the walls, working in straight lines from top to bottom. This step is critical. Mycotoxins settle on surfaces you wouldn't even think about. The only way to remove them is through a full, detailed wipe down. A lot of people underestimate this stage, but without it, the contamination stays in the room even after the visible mold is gone. No one can enter the room until we receive acceptable air test results.